Hello everyone, this is Narada Rishi Raja with expeditiousfool.com, putting mindfulness in motion. And I'm here to talk about what is in a name. Why is it so important? Does a name carry vibration? And why do people change it? First, I'll start with my story, which is a fairly recent one. So yesterday was the new year, start of the new year, the new galactic year. That's based off of the lunar calendar, or the lunar cycle of 28 days, 13 months. That comes to 364 days, and it leaves one day out of time, which is the day before yesterday. But with that, I went forward and completed my initiation into this path. I completed my initiation and my dedication by officially, taking, like I said, that very next step, which is changing the name. I now Narada Rishi Raja instead of Brandon Stafford or Rishi Brandon Stafford. And I'll talk a little bit more about that, but it comes to mind right now. Ram Dass. I once saw him say that people ask him all the time, why Ram Dass? Couldn't you do all of this as Richard Alpert? And he goes, absolutely I could. But whenever I hear Ram Dass, or I write it, it's a consistent reminder of what I'm here to do. Das means servant, Ram is God. He's a servant of God, right? It's a reminder of what he's here to do, right? Now, we go a little bit in my process, and what that looked like to me was, I've been telling people for a few years now, the old Brandon, or that Brandon died a long time ago. I don't know that guy. And even my astrology chart. I went to an astrologist not too long ago, and they looked at it. It was kind of fun, and she's like, you have two people in your chart. That's not a common thing. Now I totally, and at the time I got it. I was explaining to her. I was like, well, I was a different person than I am now. Completely. Personality, thought process, way of moving, hell, family, friends, surroundings, all of that, right? And the next step of that was changing that name vibration. Me being a numerologist as well, names do carry vibration, letters carry vibration, words carry vibration, and it's all based off of a numerological system in which, someone can navigate for you and kind of tell you the vibrations underneath. And as you pay more attention, you'll notice that. And ultimately, it's a commitment. And for me, with this personal name choice, I chose Narada. Narada was one of the first thought-born, deities, you could say, or entities from Brahma. And he roams the different realms. He's a musician, a storyteller, and a teacher. And he roams the different realms to different cultures, different societies, wherever there is a lack in bhakti. And he comes in speaking, singing, and teaching that God vibration, whatever that means to you. And that is literally my path in life. Like I said, backed up by a lot of different things too. You can look at my astrology chart. You can look at human design. You can look at numerology. You can look at all of these different things. And the more and more confirmation I get, I get those afterwards. I already found the path, and that's why I found this bliss. And that's why I've dedicated, just like Narada. Narada is a consistent servant of God to speak that way anywhere that people lose the love, devotion, and utter complete rapture of the experience of God's source. That's where Narada comes in, and that is my mission in life, to show people that devotion is is important. And devotion that's important to me because I've studied Eastern philosophy for 18 years. And it wasn't until I really understood the devotional part that I started to really get it. It's that devotion, that surrender. And that's the hardest part for a lot of us. But once you get there, everything becomes really easy. I used to have severe depression, severe anxiety, fibromyalgia. Those were all Brandon's issues. Again, I'm in a different vibration, so might as well change it up. I don't have that. There's a different way. And sometimes we've got to change up, things around us. And sometimes those things can be something that we've kept our whole lives. Those stories, the pathway to enlightenment or the pathway to spiritual advancement or the pathway to the eradication of ego is learning to let go of the past completely as well as the future. Non-attachment. That is the way. The name, if you're attached to your name too, that's another thing to think about. You can be attached to your service. And that's where you'll find peace. That's where you'll find no suffering when you are just your service. You are just being that God source flow in your own individual, unique way, whatever that means to you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I love you all. I appreciate it. And anybody that knows me, I appreciate your cooperation with switching up. I mean, it'll be a little bit different, but switching up to this new name change for me. Again, thank you all. I now introduce myself, Narada Rishi Raja. Have a great day on purpose and stay mindful. Namaskaram.